Dear students, as you know, preliminary 2026, 24th of May is going to be held. Prior to this exam, I am discuss here certain current Indian economic questions as my previous experience and experience in civil service exam. I identify certain areas, certain important questions for you. If you go through these questions repeatedly from my video, definitely some questions you will get from my lecture. Today I will discuss here fiscal deficit. First, the meaning, definitions of fiscal deficit, how it can be calculated. As you know, the difference between total income and total expenditure of the government is known as fiscal deficit. Secondly, you can define it, the difference between total expenditure and total receipts of the government. In total receipts, if you exclude the debt receipts, the difference between total expenditure and total receipts is also known as fiscal deficit. This deficit generally managed by the government by making borrowing, or you can say the fiscal deficit is the total indebtedness of the government during a financial year. This debt can be taken by the government from Reserve Bank of India or Commercial Bank or People of India. That what will be the source of debt of the government depends on the economic conditions. If the economy facing the inflationary conditions, generally government try to manage its fiscal deficit by making borrowing from the people of India. Why? It is only simple answer. That kinds of strategy inflow the liquidity from market to RBI or government of India. In this way, decreasing liquidity in the market stabilize the price level. Vice versa means if there is the recessionary conditions, as you can see in previous year when there is the demand slump due to Russian-Ukraine war, etc., the government of India consistently managed its fiscal deficit by making borrowing from the Reserve Bank of India that were increasing the money supply in the system, and in this way stabilizing the price. Our growth rate is also demand lead in previous year, as you are very clear about the picture, and it was previously 7.2% expected during this year, 6.8%, and further expectations better are there, but due to Iran and America war, the situations is again changed. Second point regarding this fiscal deficit, the statistics. As you know, in our 2026-27 budget, government giving the statistics on fiscal deficit also. This is my second point, very important for you. In 2024-25, actual budget deficit was 4.8% of GDP. Now you are thinking all the variables measured by us in gross domestic product or GDP. Secondly, in 2025-26, budget estimate fiscal deficit was 4.4%. As you know, recent revised estimate given by the Government of India Finance Ministry in its budget, it was also 4.4%, and for the budget estimate 2026-27, it is decided to be 4.3%. What will be the actual scenario? You can also analyze yourself, as presently war is going on between Russia and this Ukraine, as well as in America and Iran. That is the problem of petroleum product, other energy resources price are increasing, inflation also increase. If you compare the March to April, inflation rate is also increasing. Prior it was less than 3%, but now it is more than 3% wholesale price index. It means in coming days it is expected to be the fiscal deficit may be higher. Now I will discuss the fiscal scenario since 2017-18 to 2026-27. If you see during this period, this is the questions very important can be asked. Keep in mind, during the financial year 2020-21, our fiscal deficit was highest 9.2% of GDP. Since then, if you see the trends of fiscal deficit between 2017-18 to 2026-27, it was in increasing trends 2017-18 to 2020-21 from 3.5% to 9.2% respectively of the GDP. After then it began to decline consistently. As you know, It was only 6.7% during 2021-22, again decreased to 4.4% during 2025-26, and further it is expected to be in budget estimate 2026-27 4.3% of GDP. It means some extent government successfully achieved its FRBM target 2023 by reducing this fiscal deficit. I will further explain in my next lecture revenue deficit, effective revenue deficit, primary deficit and capital deficit. To carry on this my lecture, you can see and you can subscribe. You will get all current information in this lecture. If you memorize this today, only 5.47 minute this analysis, you will get at least 1 or 2 questions in your coming preliminary examinations. Thank you.